John from Jersey Buyer. Okay, today we're going to take a look at some items that we picked up at an auction a couple months ago. The first three items we bought was all in one lot. It was $15 for everything, so it's three items. So cost $5 each. First is a BudLight jet sign made of metal. Kind of a cute little thing. Usually alcohol-related things, bar signs sell pretty well, sell pretty easy. Especially when it has a football team on it, this should sell pretty easy. Not big dollars though. This is maybe a $10 to $15 item, so not a huge profit, but still fun item. Okay, the next item is a Standee. It's a Tom Clancy Splinter Cell Chaos Theory Standee. So what this is when the game is released, video game is released, in the video game store they have the big standees, big cardboard standees to promote the game. This was released in March 2005. So it comes in various pieces. Here's a top piece. Here's like a hand with a knife in it. And it's also this base piece here. I don't know if you can see that or not. So again, for $5. Standees, usually the larger ones, the better ones, when it's a full body standee, you can sell for like $100. This is not a full body, but it's different pieces. I would think conservatively a value on this would be around $35 to $50, somewhere in that range. So for $5, not a bad deal. Okay, so our next item is the New York Times from July 17th, 1940. And it's in a nice binding here. Open it up. Let's see. This is the actual New York Times from July 17th, 1940. Roosevelt leaves third term to party. Got some nice advertisements in here. Got a few pages. It's kind of interesting because the condition is pretty much perfect. These pages looks like they could be new, but you could tell that it really is an original Times from the 40s. Again, this was part of the lot that we bought, so we paid $5 for this also. I see this going online for about $45 when it's not in the binding. So with the binding, I'm thinking at least $50 or so. It's the New York Times from 1940. Kind of a nice pickup. So the next thing we're going to look at is a chest. It's an Anglo-Indian Campaign Chest. And it was made somewhere in the 1960s in Pakistan. Now, when we originally saw it, we thought that it was from Japan, but we did a little research and found that it was actually made in Pakistan in the 60s. It's in pretty good condition, needs a little bit of a cleaning. It's something that we didn't want to buy to resell. It's something we bought because we wanted to keep it. Michelle saw it, said she wanted it, gave me a $100 limit to spend on it. So she had gone home with Luke. Auction came up, I bid on it. Bidding went up to $90 and stopped. So I picked it up for $90. I think it's a pretty nice buy. Okay, here's a quick look at what the chest looks like. You can see it's actually a 4-drawer. This is one solid drawer, a second drawer, and then two separate drawers. And you can see that it's like a carved drawers on here. A nice little close up here. Yeah, it has a little bit of wear on it, which is okay. It's from the 60s, but a lot of detail here. And we think it looks pretty nice. You can see the older hardware on here. It kind of does tell me it's from like the 50s or 60s. So this is really a nice piece. We really like it. We keep it in our living room. So a nice pickup from the auction. Also at the auction, they had some crates of records. There were 2 crates of rock and roll records. That's in Pink Floyd, some other well-known bands. But the condition was not really that good. There was a 3rd crate that people really just weren't even looking at. They were more focused on the rock records. And it had some Japanese records in there and a lot of jazz records. And for whatever reason, people didn't pay much attention to it. I went through, I recognized some of the performers. I thought it was a good value. A lot of the records were in primo condition. So here's a look at what I got. This is a Japanese record. It's an ambient music. This record sells for about $8 to $10. This is another Japanese ambient music record. This sells for about $15 online. Again, condition's perfect. Here we go, Milt Jackson and Big Brass with a Japanese banner on the side. This is a very hard to find record. It goes for about $17 online, but the condition is perfect on this also. This is Japanese, and I'm not familiar with this person. Autumn Leaves, Buddy DeFranco. But I looked online, and this record's value is around 25 bucks. So it's a nice pickup. We have some Count Basie. We have some Sonny Rollins, Three Giants. This is about a $25 record online. Ella Fitzgerald, I know you've heard of her. This record goes for about 12 bucks. Etta James. This is a hard to find record. This sells for about $33 online. Some more Count Basie, $22 record. And a couple other various records. Most of these are different types of jazz records. But all in all, this is a really good pickup. Again, we paid 20 bucks for a crate of these records. Condition is absolutely excellent on almost every album. Some of them look absolutely pristine. So going by the average value of what these sell for, this entire lot that we have here goes for about $360. So for a $20 investment, not too bad. One other thing I didn't show you. Also, they had a bunch of records that were from the United States Army and United States Navy. So the Army and the Navy, they have their own radio station. At least they had in the past. And they would play records for the different divisions. National Guard, Veterans Administration. Some of them even have the original radio announcement sheets that the broadcasters use. U.S. Army Recruiting Broadcast Center. So they'll play this over the Armed Forces radio. And these are the records that the radio station played. So these records sell for about 10 bucks each. So again, this is part of this whole package, and I'm putting the approximate conservative value at about $360 for all these records. So on a $20 investment, very happy with that. So the last thing I want to show you is this painting. Now, when we first walked into the auction, we got there just as the auction was starting, and the auctioneer held up two frame pictures, and this painting, and nobody was bidding on it. So I was kind of maybe 20 feet away, or 15, 20 feet away, and I saw the frame on one of the pictures. It looked like a nice frame, so I figured, I'll bid 5 bucks. For 5 bucks, the frame is definitely worth it. I bid 5 bucks, no one else bid. So I got the 2 frame pictures as well as this. I had no idea what this was. Let me give you a close-up of this. If you see the signature in the bottom right-hand corner, it says McCauley. So I did a little research, and McCauley is Ray McCauley. He actually was a famous artist. Now let's take a look at his webpage. Okay, the artist's full name is actually William Ray McCauley, or Billy Ray McCauley. You can see he passed away in 1989. There's a webpage out here that talks about his art, a little bit of history on him and what he's done, what he did in his life. There's a tab that shows different oils and acrylics that he's done. So you can see the style is very much the same style as the painting we bought. And the signature matches up almost identically to what we have. So we clicked around a little bit more. We found a website that has one of his pieces of work up for auction. Sorry, not for auction, up for sale. And they're looking for $2,800 on this. Again, when we match up the signature that's here on this painting to our signature, exactly the same signature. So I'm very confident that's the same person. There's also another website that is selling one of his pieces of art for $750. So where that puts the value of our piece, I'm not really sure. Our painting is larger in size than both of these, And plus ours have 3 people in them. This only has 1, and this one just has some houses in it. So I'm not really too sure exactly the value, but I'm thinking at least over $1,000. Our next step will be to try to figure out, well, where do we sell it and how do we sell it? So once we figure that out and we sell it, I'll do a video update. But for a $5 purchase, we're pretty happy. So all of these items we bought from the same auction. And this is one of the reasons why we love going to auctions, because you never know what you're going to come across. My advice is, if you're going to an auction, get there early, do some research, look around, check everything out, get on your phone, check eBay sold prices, check different price guides, get an idea of what it is you're bidding on. It's a lot of great stuff out there, a lot of great values. So that's all we have for today. We'll be back again next week with another video. Thanks.